At this time of year, many Australians are preparing for their annual holidays after months of hard work, and for many that will mean a visit to the white sandy beaches of Queensland's tropical islands, where, as the saying goes, it's beautiful one day, perfect the next. But for some, one of those islands is anything but beautiful thanks to the not-so-perfect welcome for the locals. And now they're calling it Snob Island. And Chris Simmond paid a visit.
If it's all about money and dressing up, then it's a fake island.
Here you get people that come over here and get drunk and run amok sort of thing.
Places like this shouldn't be just kept to the rich and exclusive to the people that have got the flash boats.
Class wars has broken out on Queensland's Hamilton Island. It's yobbos versus yachties, thongs versus sailing shoes.
Bring more people on the island.
But they're saying they're badly dressed and they walk around in thongs.
Have you seen some of these yachties getting up the way they get around?
They don't call them grotty yachties for nothing.
Budget holidaymakers are flying to the island paradise with Jetstar for as little as $29. Rich residents and blue water sailors say it's attracting the wrong type of tourist with no spending money, no sense of style.
Well, I don't think you can really wear platforms and high stilettos on the island and walk through the sand.
So thongs are us?
The thongs are us.
With tens of millions of boating dollars moored at the marina and homes with spectacular views of the Whitsundays selling for up to $4 million, some residents reckon the rich have rights too.
How would you feel if you owned a multi-million-dollar home in a suburb and you had people that are coming in and making noise and all that sort of stuff?
It is a different class of people who are coming in, but you know, as for my business, it's all right for me for the simple reason that they can afford to eat at my place.
You'll hear no complaints about the influx of visitors from Rusty Fraser. He manages the only fish and chip shop on the island, the only place where you can get a square meal under $10. But he admits there is a problem.
People are getting on in Melbourne and Sydney and flying straight here without booking accommodation.
So what you're saying is they're coming out here for $29, $30,
yeah,
arriving here without any accommodation,
yeah,
then half a dozen of them are shacking up in one room.
Yeah, and that's stuff like that. One might have a room and they'll throw 4 or 5 into it or something like that.
Are there a lot of hooning types that are spoiling the resort?
You know, you hear a bit about it on the island, but in the nightclub and that sort of stuff, they have a couple of blues sort of thing, and at the sailing club they might have a bit of a blue, but...
When you say blue, what, there's been a couple of fights?
Punch-ups, yeah.
They can't make this island exclusive simply for the rich people.
Trying to find the rich people was difficult. The yachties were all at sea, and the residents had locked up their holiday homes. Presumably, they were making more money on that other island, Australia. The sailors have got their rigging in a twist, have they?
Another fuss over nothing.
Qantas's low-cost carrier Jetstar is the only major airline that actually flies here to Hamilton, and that concerns the wealthy residents because there's no first class, there's no business class, there's no priority check-in. Most importantly, there's no seat allocation. Heaven forbid. That means that the well-heeled, the wealthy here, have to sit next to the budget travellers from the suburbs.
The positive side is that we are generating big increases up at the Hamilton Island. The hotel occupancy has been the highest I think it's ever been in their history.
With Qantas chief Jeff Dixon already on record saying it must be dreadful for the elite of Hamilton Island to observe ordinary holidaymakers enjoying themselves. Jetstar's boss, Alan Joyce, weighed into the debate.
I think in a society like Australia, which is a classless society, I don't think people should be making comments like that. And I think as far as we're concerned, we'll try and encourage to travel as many different people from different walks of life to travel as often as possible.
If you don't want to be around people, jump on the boat, go out to the sea.
Chris Simmond rubbing shoulders with the rich and not so rich on Hamilton Island.